Hi everyone, here we go with the fifth and final card design in March's card class. I do hope you've enjoyed making all the cards so far. I usually only do 4 cards, but I made this card for Mother's Day for my mum, and I thought, why not add this in as a little bonus project for you all to make, especially as you've got quite a bit of DSP in your kits. So this is a box fold card, and these were all the rage a few years ago, and you don't really see too many of them these days. So I thought I would treat you all to a little bit of box card making. If you haven't made one of these before, please don't worry, they are definitely more straightforward than they look. They do fold completely flat, and this card design will fit into a A5 envelope that you can pick up from a regular stationery shop or online. And so it folds nice and flat, so you can mail it, post it out, and it looks lovely sat on someone's work desk or shelf or anything really. So we are going to need quite a bit for this, and I'm going to start with the main structure of the box. I'm going to pop that to one side. So for your starting point, we are going to take our piece of Pear Pizzazz cardstock that you've cut down to the size required, and we are going to score this piece of card at 2.5 inch intervals. So just a reminder, we are working in inches for this card design, so that is 2.5 inch intervals. So we're going to start at 2.5, at 5 inches, at 7.5 inches, and then at 10 inches. Okay, that leaves a little area at the end that we are going to use for our how we attach the box together. Now we're going to turn that round, and we're going to line it up at 5 inches, and we're going to score down to this line here, so down to the 1, 2, 3, 4th score line. Okay, like so. Okay, so that's looking pretty good so far. Now I'm going to put that back in my trimmer, and I'm going to line it up at 2.5 inches again, and I'm going to cut with my scoring blade, with my cutting blade from, let me show you this. So you've got your little sections in the top. Now we need to cut down those 4 score lines, okay, and I'm going to do that with my trimmer. So I'm going to line that up at 2.5 inches, and I'm going to use my cutting blade to just cut down to that score line. Okay, move it across to 5 inches, making sure that that score line sits in my cutting gutter. And I'm going to do the same. So cut down to that first score line, move it across again to 7.5 inches, and cut down to that first score line. And then at 10 inches, I'm going to do exactly the same. Okay. Lovely. So that is our trimmer all done with for the moment. So I'm going to pop that to one side. Now with this little section on the end, we're going to just notch into this like so. Okay, so that is the basis of our lovely box card. What we're going to do now is we're going to give each one of those score lines a really nice crease with our bone folder, like so. And then fold all of our pieces, oh not that one because that's the one that we don't score, and this one. Okay. So what we then have, if we fold those back over, we then have our box card that looks like that. So that's very, very straightforward in terms of there's not a great deal to it. What we then need to do is add in our decoration pieces. The measurements for this are all in your measurement guide, and we need to just put these pieces on like this. And what this does is this not only makes the card look really nice, but it also adds a bit of strength to your box. It feels a bit flimsy if you don't add sort of decoration. And I've gone for designer series paper that doesn't really have a right or wrong way for these sections here. But by all means, choose whichever designer series paper you like the most. Okay. So that is our area like so. This long piece is going to go on your back panel so that it adds more strength and gives you a place to write your message. So once we've done those bits, we then need to turn it over and we need to add our final pieces of DSP. Just be mindful that of the direction. So these pieces are going to hang like so. So we need to turn that back over. The pattern is actually going to be upside down. Okay. I've only got 2 pieces of that cut. Okay, we will cut another piece. So if we turn this over, we have our final piece here, and that's going to go on our back panel, the opposite side. Oh no, I haven't cut two pieces, I've got 3 pieces. It's just moved across the desk. There we go. So that is our main decoration all done. What we now need to do is attach this together. So we're going to use some tear and tape. I would definitely recommend using either tear and tape or Seal Plus for this, because you want to use something that is really quite strong to attach this together. So fold that over and then bring that side in to meet it. And now what you're going to do is just give all your score lines a really nice press, and it stands just like so. So that was quite straightforward, quite quick. And now the next part that we need to do is to create our little panels that we're going to stick everything to. So these are 2 pieces of Pear Pizzazz cardstock, and you're going to put, again, strong tear and tape or Seal Plus on these little sections. Like so. Now peel off your tear and tape, and what you're going to do is you're going to pop these inside your box. So you're going to push this first one, oops, so you're going to put this edge up against the edge of your box like so. Like that, and the other one you're going to do opposite, so you're going to push those sections up against the back. So what that does is that gives you two areas that you can put your, attach your design to. Okay, so just bringing this in. And I'm attaching these so that they are level with the top of my box. Okay, so again it still folds nice and flat, but we have these nice sections to add our pieces. Now I've gone ahead and stamped, coloured and cut out some of the daffodils already, so it's just a matter of attaching these inside your box, and you're going to use those two green sections that we've just stuck in to attach your flowers to. Okay, and this is where you can be as creative as you wish. You can use just daffodils, or you can use any of the other flowers that you have in your sort of craft stash. And then this last one here, I'm going to attach to the front of my box. Okay, so you get 3 levels of flowers showing there. The next bit we've got to do is just a little sentiment area. So I have a Pear Pizzazz scallop circle, and I have a Very Vanilla Sorry about that, the video cut out there, so we'll start where I left off, hopefully. So I've now got my 3 levels of flowers all attached. So I've got 2 large sets in that back section, 2 smaller flowers, single flowers in that second section, and then the last flower is stuck to the front of that panel. So you've got a really nice arrangement of daffodils. The next thing we need to do is we need to stamp and decorate our sentiment. So I'm going to use the Happy Mother's Day stamp from the Daffodil Daydream stamp set, and I'm going to stamp this in black. Yes, I know I've already made one for my mum, but I'm going to have one of these on display in my craft room. So I'm going to stamp my Happy Mother's Day nice and central on our circle and attach this to our scallop layer. Luckily the layering circles are staying with us, which I'm very, very pleased about. They're one of my most used products, and we're going to stick that to that front panel with some dimensionals. So we're going to add that to just the front section there, and that scallop circle sits really nicely in there. And now I'm going to alter just one of these flowers. I'm going to cut off some leaves. And this I'm going to add to there. Nice. And I have a little butterfly that we're going to attach to the other side. Now in your little pack of embellishments and die cut pieces, you have some of the bumblebee trinkets. These are really, really lovely embellishments that are in the mini catalogue, I do believe. No, they're not. They are in the main annual catalogue. And we're going to attach these with a little dimension, with a little glue dot. Like so, just to add a little bit of sparkle, and then we're going to turn it over and we're going to add our final daffodil to the bottom of that panel. And there we have it. That is our finished box card, all put together. Do let me know what you think. I really do think that is a bit of a wow project, if I do say so myself, and it's really quite special to give someone, not only as a card but as a keepsake to have on display. So that is it for me. That's all 5 cards, all now made. I do hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to know which one is your favourite, so drop me a line and let me know which one you like best. And that's it. I will see you all in April, hopefully, for my April card class, which is all about the Blessings of Home bundle and the Heart and Home suite. That's now available. That was available to book from the end of March. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you followed any of my videos and you haven't followed me previously, don't forget to hit subscribe and you'll see future notifications of tutorials from me in the future. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye for now.